Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Friday night, and after a long week of teaching, I thought it would be fun to do a video game review for the video game section of the YouTube channel before we go to bed. Tonight we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite fighting games on the Xbox 360. What game is that? It is the Street Fighter 2 HD Remix. I used to play this game when I would eat Chinese food and watch a music station on Saturday night. So without further ado, let's get down to playing some Street Fighter HD Remix on the Xbox 360. And we'll see how good this game is. Now, the fun thing about this game, as we set up our camera here, is that you can play this game in two modes. The HD mode, and then the mode where you can use classic character sprites, which is what we're seeing right now. So I wanted to show us a little bit of this before we get into the HD gameplay, because this game does have a good amount of options in terms of what you can do as far as your aesthetics. You'll also notice that there is no remixed music playing here, so I just lost. Now you may or may not like how these sprites look on these HD backgrounds, but nevertheless, it is a fun thing that you can use here. Hopefully our controller works okay. My Xbox 360 controller's been acting a little wonky. Now, I'm not using that as an excuse for me just getting destroyed by Blanka there, but I'm using it as a bit of an excuse for me getting just destroyed by Blanka there. Anyway, let's actually... We'll play as Ryu for just a second, and I'll show you the HD version of this game. This game is incidentally quite hard. Alright, let's exit our game here. So we'll go into our options mode here. Go to our settings, our game settings. For the purposes of this review, we'll set things to 1 round. And we'll put the settings on HD for graphical style, and our audio settings for remixed music, which we can't listen to too loudly because we are trying to keep a baby and wife asleep here. Let's beat Cammy, played by the legendary Kylie Minogue. And we should all be so lucky to play as Kylie Minogue here. So, clearly, we see this game has a fantastic amount of detail, just like a anime adaptation of Street Fighter came alive. When I first saw this game, I was very, very excited and was really looking forward to other Capcom titles getting the same treatment, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Understandably, people preferred the sprites done in their traditional pixelated style to this. That said, I do enjoy how vivid and crisp and detailed the characters are here. Some people have said they're a bit stiff animation-wise. I don't really see it too much. But again, when I like something, I always tend to give it the benefit of the doubt. So, see how much easier this game is when you play it on 1 round and set it to easy. Because, I was playing this on medium and I beat it, and it can get quite cheap, especially when you get into boss fighting territory here, like annoying SNK boss cheap type stuff where you feel like your move inputs are being read. See how detailed and varied the backgrounds are, and this remixed music is quite good as well. Alright, time to fight DJ, who is incidentally a DJ. Who plays maracas and looks like Billy Blanks. Man, that went really well. But then again, we are just playing this on a very low level here because I want to show you as much of this game as possible for the purposes of this review. Turning drill. So, this game was, if you're watching this, you probably know, re-released with the additions of Evil Ryu and Violent Ken as Ultra Street Fighter 2: The Final Challengers, which is really one reason why I want to buy a Nintendo Switch. But rather than buying a Nintendo Switch, I just bought a Super Nintendo Mini with an RGB mod capability, because unfortunately earlier today my Super Nintendo's power jack broke. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The pins are all broken on it, which is unfortunate. And that Super Nintendo has lasted a long time. I remember my best friend punted that thing across the room when it was his. But I guess it had a good run. Yeah, I love Ken. It's the perfect combination of Japanese and American cool tropes. Like Sonic the Hedgehog. Man, he's beating me really good right there. That's not good at all. Let's see if we can rebound from this. You'll notice in this game as well, in addition to the artwork looking different, the character quotes are more varied. And one thing I don't like about this game is they cut out the opening to Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, where they had Chun-Li and Cammy on that bridge, and Cammy was licking her lips, and Ryu was shooting that Hadouken toward the screen, and it had Akuma with his back to the camera. Yeah, that's all gone in this game, and I don't know why. The character endings are a bit different as well. They are, story-wise, basically the same thing, but they are redrawn, and they're not having the same type of directorial framing or even imagery. They're basically just redrawn and reframed in a new style with new dialogue. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not what I was looking for when I heard there was going to be an HD version of Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Keeping in mind, I really, really like this game quite a bit. I mean, I can't tell you how just, and to this day, how much I just enjoy looking at this game and how excited I was when I actually saw how this game looked. And the gameplay is quite good. Alright, we win again. Good deal. Take that, Mike Bison. Now, again, playing this game on medium before this review, I fought Vega for about 20 minutes. I mean, it was maddening. I mean, I was playing it on 2 rounds. I mean, I beat the game, but it really was like, what the freak is going on here? I mean, I don't know how you, a viewer, are liking this style of review here, where I've pumped the difficulty down and put it to 1 round, because this way we're getting to see a lot of the game, getting to see a lot of the beautiful backgrounds, the amount of detail in the backgrounds. Hopefully you're being able to hear some of this music, which is also quite good, that's remixed, but I really don't want to wake up my son here. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning here. But you really do get a really, really beautiful, high-quality version of the Street Fighter that you played, either in arcades or on your home consoles, but just drawn with very beautiful, high-quality comic artwork. That said, it is a different aesthetic experience. So let's see, Vega throw his cape off here. He's wearing his Street Fighter 2V colors. Incidentally, I'm quite disappointed that we have not gotten a video game adaptation of Street Fighter 2V, because that was, I think, the best anime adaptation of Street Fighter, and I think probably the best adaptation of Street Fighter ever. See if we can super finish him here. Okay, of course, getting cute's a good way to lose here. No, that didn't work. See, I told you. Man, just the detail on this, you can even see that guy in the background's gap tooth. Alright, so let's see if we can get him this time. Incidentally, I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, and that game is fantastic. The only reason we haven't reviewed it yet is because I have not beaten all of the different arcade modes on it, so I wanted to have a better feel for the game before I reviewed it, but I'm super tempted to just do some kind of Let's Play or something, because I have the original Street Fighter V, but the arcade edition is much, much better, just because it has an arcade edition on it. And I was always really annoyed when I was limited to playing online. So, alright, let's enjoy Cammy's ending here. Ooh, we get to see M. Bison without his hat on. That's fun and exciting. I remember when I played this originally, it was talking about how they were married. Like, okay. Whatever translation I played of this. You were my wife. What? Cammy and these guys should get a side-scrolling beat 'em up. That would be a cool game. So there we have it. That is Street Fighter II, the HD remix for the Xbox 360. Now, what we're seeing here is our mandatory credits that we have to sit through. But the music is also quite nice. So, unfortunately, I don't think there is a way to have the credits where you have this different characters fighting each other while the staff rolls up and it plays this song in the background and then they do their victory pose and whatnot. So I think with this game, at least as far as I've ever seen on it, you can only get this credit screen on it, and I don't think there's any way to skip it. But it's not a bad credit screen to sit through. So there you have that. I'll show you the title screen, which is, I mean, it's fine, but I really would prefer the Ryu shooting a Hadouken at the screen. And yeah, this is basically just what it is here. And you can just basically choose what modes you want here. If medium was as difficult as it was, Lord help you if you choose expert. But again, we just see our cast of characters here, and they've got similar poses, but they're all just redrawn in the Udon style. And again, props to Udon for capturing Kylie Minogue's essence right here. So there we have it, guys. That is Street Fighter II, the HD remix on the Xbox 360. I highly recommend this game. This is only a digital download game, so I don't know, just try to get an Xbox 360 with this on it, or see if it's still available, because it's well worth playing. Till next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care, and I'm off to bed. Bye-bye, and I'll see you soon.